Hello and welcome to Birmingham for Multimodal 2024. I'm delighted to be here with Carsten Pikkemaat of Eurotunnel, the shuttle freight. I'd just like to say, what are the current challenges and changes in the European freight market?
Thank you for accepting me being here today. The major changes really on the European freight market are what we're seeing everywhere in Europe, but also in UK, moving more to the transition to green, starting with trucks running with HVO 100, first trials with electric trucks, and on the medium and long term to new propulsions. But the other issue that we need to be really taking care about is that we see less and less freight drivers in all markets because people are retiring, and it's a very little number for new freight drivers coming back to the market. So there will be a fight for drivers on the medium and long term, in my view.
So there are fewer freight drivers available because as they get older, they're retiring. We're not getting the younger people coming in as a career that they're choosing.
That's exactly my point.
Now, Brexit. What has been the effect of Brexit on the shuttle freight, and are there any other current things other than the historical that are currently offering challenges to you?
I mean, we've just turned 30 years at Eurotunnel, the shuttle freight, and Brexit was probably the most challenging point in our 30 years lifetime. We started with a single market when we opened in 1992, and we've now come back to having borders and trade barriers with customs regimes. So we had to adapt, and Brexit has brought down overall trade between the UK and the continent, but because we couldn't put in because of the number of vehicles that we transport every day, we couldn't put in a physical border, so we had to find digital solutions, and that is exactly what we've done. So a freight driver today sees the same time in crossing with us, sees the same time crossing to UK or coming from UK.
So you've overcome some of the challenges of Brexit by using digital data.
That's correct. That's correct.
So that you've got the timing back to what it was pre-Brexit by using new technology.
That's exactly. Yeah, we've built a border pass and have a fully digital chain to deliver the customs data from the customer to both customs regimes in France and the UK.
Are there any current issues that have arisen recently that are posing a particular challenge?
Brexit, even if it started some years ago, isn't really over. The latest was the introduction of SPS checks for food and plant products getting into the UK. But also this is now on a good way.
And you're meeting this challenge, but it won't restrict how goods are handled. You're overcoming the regulatory hurdles.
We're overcoming all these challenges. I mean, there are constant changes also around entry into Europe with ES coming now. The ENS is the next big challenge in terms of customs declarations, the safety and security declaration coming into force and policing later this year. So there is a constant topic of adapting to new situations, yes.
I mean, obviously the whole premise of the shuttle at the beginning would be like a customs-free, free flow. You've had to change dramatically, be agile and adapt to these changes, and there are still more to come. So you have a record of agility in dealing with these problems and overcoming them.
We are not only dealing with the transport side really, but we are bringing the end solution to customers on a digital way, delivering the customs data, but also helping them in their customs process to get things done properly.
Are the demands of your customers changing in any way in a kind of a post-Brexit environment?
Well, a couple of changes in the demand of customers. We still look after being the fastest way to bring shuttles from A to B. But what has increased, and that is part of what I was saying earlier in terms of lack of drivers, we have increased massively the care about drivers. We've built a truck stop called the Truck Village, where we look after drivers on board of our shuttles, and the welfare of driver is more and more important, yes.
Yeah, they've always been treated by second-class people or customers previously, not by Eurotunnel or Le Shuttle Freight, I used to add, but now certainly truck parks all over Europe, people recognising that they need to have very good facilities. They're an important part of the supply chain. That's being recognised.
There's this increasingly focus on these topics around drivers and their welfare, which I find really helpful and important.
Has e-commerce brought any particular changes or challenges?
Well, e-commerce just in the years before Brexit has brought an enormous increase in delivering goods across UK and continent. Brexit has a little bit, because of the burden of customs, slowed this down, but this is still a very important market for us, yes, especially in the B2B business.
Well, Carsten, can you please outline the services that Le Shuttle Freight provides to its customers?
Le Shuttle Freight provides speed, care and digitalisation. So we are the fastest way to cross the channel, 35 minutes from track to track, 90 to 120 minutes from terminal to terminal check-in, check-out. We look after the drivers in terms of welfare with our Le Tractelage, and we offer digital solutions with our border pass to make sure that customs information comes from driver or the customer to the customs receipts.
Thank you very much, Carsten. That was a great summary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.